right, now covariance. So when you come to covariance, remember the covariance means the relationship between the two variables. So covariance or difference between the two variables. Okay, so difference between the two variables. So that is easy for us to in order to see the relationship. Okay, in order to see the relationship. Okay, all right, now. So the formula of the covariance is can be written as this as follows. So xi, so sum of xi in bracket xi minus ex or mean value, expected mean, multiplied by y minus expected mean value of y. Okay, and then multiply by the pxy, the probability. Okay, pxy. All right, now. So this is the explanation for each every variable, which is I just mentioned just now. Okay, say for example, the value of sigma xy, the covariance, in other words, we call a covariance. If the covariance, if it is positive value, it indicates that the positive relationship. Okay, if it is you got a positive value of the covariance, that means the positive relationship. If it is negative value, okay, then it is negative relationship. Okay, it's indicate the negative relationship. So that's what you need to know this. Okay, now let's do this exercise. Okay, this is example 1. Okay, now this is investment plans. Okay, the investment plan. So we're going to compute that the mean for the investment returns. Okay, now as we know that the items is given here. All right, so it's an economic condition. All right, and then we have the probability. Okay, the corresponding probability for the investment. All right, and say we have a return per $1,000 for two type of the investment. So say we invest about $1,000. Okay, and we do have two different type of the investment plans. Okay, so one is the passive fund. All right, passive fund is, we just assume that is X, and the aggressive fund, and we assume that is a 1. Okay, so we have a passive fund and the aggressive fund. So this is an investment plan. Okay, so now we're going to analyze which investment is the best and which investment is is a more subjective, means like we is it safe to invest or more risk? Put it this way, which is more risk? Okay, which of these two investment is more risk? So you analyze that. And we have the 3 types of the economic condition. One is the recession times, and during the stable economy, and another is a expanding economy. Expanding economy means doing very well. Okay, I mean the economy grow really exponentially. This is what we call expanding economy. All right. So the probability of that the recession around 0.2. During the stable economy, the probability is around 0.5. And then expanding economy, we have the probability around the 0.3. Okay. All right. Now, as you can see that the investment of the passive fund is, but during the recession time is about $25. And if you compare to the aggressive fund, the recession is minus 200. Okay, during the recession time. Likewise, for during the stable economy, the passive fund is around $50. Okay, and then the aggressive fund is around $60. And during the expanding economy, the passive fund, okay, is give you around like $100, and the aggressive fund they give you around $350. It's really high. Okay, but we check whether it's a risk or not. Okay, all right. Now, first thing, what all you need to do, you need to calculate that the mean. Okay, expected mean. Okay, so how are you going to calculate? As I said earlier, okay, in order, first we're going to calculate that expected mean value of that X. Okay, the passive fund. So it is very easy. So you just calculate the corresponding value, the probability. So which means is minus 0.25, minus 25, multiply by 0.2, all right? And then plus 50, okay, 50 multiplied by 0.5, the corresponding value this. And then 100, okay, plus 100 multiplied by 0.3. So this is, you get a mu, so your expected mean value, okay? Now, same thing for the aggressive fund for the Y. So you're going to do that, okay? So mu Y equal to minus 200 multiplied by 0.2 plus 60 multiplied by 0.5 and plus 350 multiplied by 0.3. So you get a 95, okay? So this is a mu1 or mu x. This is a mu1, okay? You get a 95. Now, first, you're going to identify the expected mean of the both investment, okay? All right, now, next. So you know that now the averaging of 50 return and fund Y is averaging 90 return per 1,000 invested. So what is it trying to say? The average value they're obtaining, okay, the investment, the profit they're obtaining is around $50 for this passive fund. However, for the aggressive fund, the return around 95 ringgit, okay, out of $1,000 of investment. Okay, all right. So this is the simple things, the simple way to understand the scenario. Okay, now next, once you find out that expected mean, next is that the standard deviation. So the standard deviation of that passive fund, so it's very easy, just plug all this value into it, okay, in the formula, and you obtain that 43.30. Okay, so that is the standard deviation for that, the passive fund. For the aggressive fund, standard deviation is around 93.71. Okay, so which one is higher? Yes, aggressive fund. That means this is more risk. Okay, more risk tend to be. Okay, more risk. Okay, now, so say for example, the fund, even though the fund Y is higher average return, all right, so means that the aggressive fund, even though you look for is higher aggressive fund, it is subject to much more variability and the probability of the loss is higher. So it means you see the standard deviation and variance is a higher value. If it is, since it's a higher value, the standard deviation is higher value, that means there is the chances the probability of loss is higher. Okay, now we're going to calculate the covariance of these investments. All right. So I'm sure you all still remember the formula, what I've mentioned in the previous slide. So what all you need to do, you just plug those values in. All right. And we know that the mean value, expected mean and expected mean of X and mean of Y. So we just need to calculate according to that. So which is minus 25, okay, minus 25, subtract with that expected mean value of 50. So this mean of X, okay. And then minus 200, this is the value of one aggressive fund value is Y, which is 200 minus this expected mean value of Y, and multiply by the corresponding value of the probability, which is 0.2. Okay, and then plus, you're gonna do the same things for the 50 minus, all right, the 50 minus the expected mean value of X, and the 60 minus 95 is a expected value of expected mean value of Y. Okay, and then the corresponding probability of the stable economy is 0.5. So it's there, and then plus for the expanding economic. So then we have the passive fund, which is 100 minus the expected mean of mu is 50, and then multiply by the 350 minus expected mean mu value of Y. Okay, and then the corresponding probability of the expanding economy is 0.3. This here, and you calculate, you get answer 8250. All right, now you see that this is positive value 8250, and what you can do, what we can interpret based on this value. All right, correct. So we have that the covariance large and positive. So means that positive relationship between the two investment funds. So that means the two investment fund has the positive relationship, which means it together raise together and fall together at the same time. All right. All right. Now, if you look at the risk, okay, the risk, if you can see that the aggressive fund, okay, even though the return is higher, but you can see that the standard deviation value is higher than the standard deviation of the passive fund. All right. So this is indicating the risk value of it. So we know that is even they give you the return is higher, all right, on the aggressive fund. However, the risk is high as well, all right, compared to the passive. Okay, so now we can conclude that the covariance 8250 is indicate that two investments are positively related and will vary the same direction.